started. Good morning, everyone. Oh, something's wrong. It says it cannot start video. All right, good morning, everyone. I am Judge Melanie Williams. Today is August 26th of 2022. Before me today, we have the Orca A status conference calendar and the Orca C status conference calendar in the State Court of Fulton County, Georgia. Today, hopefully we'll please check the status of aging cases and resolve matters as necessary. All participants, this is just like being in court, even if you are on Zoom. Please mute yourselves. Please be in a quiet place alone. That includes being in a safe place. It's just as if we were in court. I need to step parties are unmuted. Please mute yourselves. Ms. Smith, if you're hosting, please mute them. Thank you. All participants, this proceeding is being broadcast over the internet as a live stream. That means that any member of the public can log on and watch this particular proceeding. All defendants, you have an absolute right to remain silent. Anything you say regarding the facts of your case can and will be used against you. I'm going to call the entire calendar to make sure everyone is present. Then we'll go back and handle individual matters. I understand that some attorneys are going to wish to pre-try cases today, and we'll try to make that possible. Who do I have in the solicitor's office? I see Ms. Marshall Story and Ms. Givier. Is there anyone else from the solicitor's office today?
Good morning, Your Honor. It's the two of us.
All right, good to see you both. Anyone from the public defender's office? Let's see. Oh, I see Mr. Korn.
Good.
And so you're
Mike Raffall.
okay, good to see you as well. All right, we're gonna call the entire calendar beginning with the Orca A status. I'm gonna call the case of Ashley Kennedy. All right, we're now gonna move to Orca C.
Judge, good morning. That's my case, Attorney Stephen Ward.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm sorry. I was trying to let you know Mr. Ward was on the line.
All right, Mr. Ward. All right, we'll come back to you. Thank you. And I'm sorry, Mr. Ward, did you have an announcement? Do we expect this to resolve in a plea today?
It will not, Judge. We need to go back on a jury trial calendar.
All right, we'll come back shortly. Does your client need to be arraigned?
I don't believe so. I think we've had an arraignment with Judge Richardson before it went on the Orca, but I'm not 100% certain. Well, I'm sure I waived it. I waived arraignment when I filed my motions.
Okay. All right. Well, then, Mr. Ward, we won't have you sit here for that. Mr. Ward and Ms. Marshall Story, how much time do you believe that you'll need to have to resolve this case? Are you close to a resolution such that you believe we could set you on the next available Orca status?
Well, Your Honor, Mr. Ward requested a jury trial.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. You did say that. So it'll be reset for the notice. All right, Mr. Ward. Is there any form that he needs to submit, or is it just the case management order on my end?
That's fine.
All right, I'm hearing now, Mr. Ward, I believe you'll be free to go. Your client, just make sure that the client's address stays current with the court. All right? You're still muted, but you're free to go. Have a good afternoon. Okay? All right. Christopher Everhart.
Here.
Mr. Everhart, do you have an attorney?
No, I don't.
Do you wish to seek the services of the public defender's office?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Ford, can you put the information into the chat for any defendant who is interested in seeking the services of the public defender's office? Is there anyone here in court that wishes to seek the services of the public defender's office? You do? All right, we'll need you to fill out an application here in the courtroom. Anyone online that wishes to seek the services of the public defender's office? Mr. Korn, can you please put the information for how they apply in the chat?
I will do so, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Mr. Everhart, be on the lookout in the chat for how you're gonna submit the information to the public defender's office. What you're gonna do is they're gonna send you an email. You're gonna respond to that email. If you're able to fill it in on your phone, type the answers into the body of the email, okay? All right, Michael Allison.
Okay.
Good morning,
Michael
Your Honor.
Allison.
Ms. Brownell, here for Mr. Allison. He's also present. At this time, we will maintain not guilty and ask to be placed on a jury trial.
All right, so has this case been previously arraigned?
I believe so. If not, our motion's filed or waived arraignment, Your Honor.
All right, resetting for a jury trial. You and your client are both free to go at this time, all right?
Thank you. Have a great day.
Have a good morning. All right. Keywan Alls. Keywan Alls, I think I saw something in the chat. Okay, Ms. Alls, you need to unmute. Do you wish to seek the services of the Public Defender's Office today?
Can you hear me?
Yes, do you wish to seek the services of the Public Defender's Office?
Yes.
All right, please follow those instructions in the chat. We'll come back to you.
Please place your name, phone number, and email address in the chat. Thank you.
All right, Percy Anderson. Mr. Percy Anderson. Christopher Andrews.
Judge, that's our case. We represent Mr. Andrews. He would like to request a jury trial.
Quite a few of those requests today. There's no resolution, no possibility of resolving this in a plea at some later point or resolving it in a bench trial, Mr. Corn.
I don't believe so, Judge.
All right. The case will be so reset, further notice for a jury trial, all right?
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Client is free to go. All right, let's move to the next position. Tanisha Baker. Morning, I'm here.
Good morning, Your Honor. Marvin Harrington on behalf of Ms. Baker. We are waiting on the video and some discovery. So I guess you could perhaps set us for the next Orca status calendar, please.
All right.
Your Honor, yes, that is correct. We are searching for the video in this matter. I've spoken to Attorney Arrington and hopefully can get that to him today or early next week.
All right, so it seems like we might be able to resolve this relatively quickly. We'll reset this case with the Orca status calendar on the 12th. The 7th, not the 12th? Okay, we'll reset that one for the Orca 7th, October the 7th Orca calendar. All right, we'll be at 9 a.m. as well. All right.
Well, now, is that a Wednesday, Your Honor, or Friday?
I'm unaware that's just the date I was given.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
see, October the 7th is a Friday.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so that's when it will be reset, Mr. Arrington. You and your client are both free to go, all right?
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
You too, take care. Zenni Blackwell.
Judge, our office represents Ms. Blackwell. I've had multiple conversations with Ms. Blackwell. I'm not sure why she's not on the Zoom. I will contact her and try to find out.
Okay, what will be your announcement though, Mr. Corn, for this case?
Well, she was going to tell me.
We'll come back. Please give her a call. Let's come back. Okay, Cinnamon Bowman. Monte Bowser. You're here in the courtroom and you're seeking the services of the Public Defender's Office. Okay.
Yes,
We'll
I will
come
talk
back.
to him.
All right, we'll come back. Curtis Bragdon.
Your Honor, we have information that this particular defendant very well may be incarcerated in Maryland. I have ordered an updated GCIC and NCIC to try to verify that and have not had an opportunity to call the prison in Maryland. But that may be why the defendant is not on. I don't think that changes the status of requesting a warrant, but did want to update the court on that information.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Marshall-Story. I appreciate that. All right, Roger Budd.
Yeah, I'm trying to get there. Steve Weiner from Mr. Budd, Your Honor. How are you? this case was a year ago. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get that. A year ago sent to diversion, and we filled out the application, and the assistant solicitor said we would hear from Miss Mao, and of course never did. We followed up, and now I know Miss Mao is Judge Mao. So we're still prepared to go into diversion. We just don't know who to speak with to get this done.
Okay,
Unfortunately, diversion is not an option that we are able to proceed with at this time, but perhaps we can work something else out. I have read the notes on this case, and Mr. Weiner, I'm happy to speak with you to see what we can figure out.
That's fine, Judge.
can we do that at this time? Let's wait for the conclusion of the calendar, and I only have 2 more names to call, and perhaps you can speak with Ms. Marshall-Story to see if there's a different announcement, all right?
Absolutely.
We'll come back to that case. Thank you. Chastity Bird. Okay, Ms. Bird, did you wish to seek the services of the Public Defender's Office?
Stand up, sweetie.
No. You wish to represent yourselves? Okay, it's my strong advice that you apply for the assistance of an attorney. You have the right to an attorney today. If you choose to represent yourself, I'm gonna expect you to understand all legal procedures and how to best advocate for yourself. Are you sure you don't wish to submit the application?
Judge, actually, we already represent her.
Oh,
If she
okay.
wants to represent herself, I guess she's welcome to, but we
Well,
currently represent her. I just haven't been able to get a hold of her.
She's here in the court.
I can talk to her.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll come back to Ms. Bird, and I'll wait for an announcement from the Public Defender's Office. Okay, Peter Cintron. All right, sir.
He's speaking of.
Do you wish to take the services of the Public Defender's Office?
I've been trying to get contact with them for almost 2 years now. I haven't gotten in contact with them, but they sent me a letter and I filled out the application and everything. I just want to resolve this case. I've been on signature bonds for almost 2.5 years now.
All right.
We'll talk to him, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Have a seat.
And if you could pull your mask up, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, Brandon Davis.
Good morning, Judge.
Morning.
Yes, jury trial.
All right, I believe that at one point earlier you expressed some interest in speaking with the solicitor regarding this case.
I'm sorry, what, Judge?
You were interested in speaking with the solicitor regarding
Yeah,
this case?
I just pre-tried by telephone later. Can you tell me who the solicitor is?
Who's assigned to the position 14?
Your Honor, I'm handling position 14, but either we pre-try or it goes to a jury trial calendar.
Right, I understand. What I'm hoping to do is, I'm sorry, sir, please enter your appearance, your name, sir.
I'm Randall T. Stroger III. I mean, where we're at with this case is we either need a dismissal or a trial or a jury trial.
Well, I'm not prepared to offer dismissal. I did
Right,
email the plea recommendation.
I'm not familiar with the plea recommendation. We have no interest in it. We need the jury trial.
All right, well then what we'll do is we'll reset this case for the notice for jury trial. You do not believe there's any chance in resolving it, sir?
I'll be happy to resolve it with a dismissal, Judge.
And the state is not prepared to do that at this time?
No.
So we will reset it for the notice, and I will enter the case management order. Sir, you and your client, is your client here in the courtroom?
My client is present, Judge. Would you like to stand up, Mr. Davis?
Okay, all right, both you and your client will be free to go since he does not see that we're gonna be able to resolve
Thank you,
this as an Orca case, all right?
Before they leave, they need to sign the paperwork to confirm that everything is correct.
Okay, that's fine. Please have a seat, just wait for the paperwork, then you'll be free to go. Mahogany Hill,
Excuse me, Your Honor.
sorry,
Excuse me, Your Honor. Can you hear me?
I cannot. Who's speaking?
This is Percy Anderson. I was on the line the whole time when you had called my name, but my phone was mute. I was on since 9 o'clock.
Okay, I'll come back to you, Ms. Anderson. Mahogany Hill, Portia Johnson, Jonica Jones or Janika Jones, Joseph Latham.
Morning, Judge. Judy Kim for Mr. Latham. Judge, he actually wants to hire another lawyer, so I don't know if this case can be reset to the October calendar to allow him to get another lawyer. My understanding, he has 2 other cases as well, so there should be 3
Yeah, he
total
has quite a
cases. I was
few.
only representing him on the battery charge.
All right. One second, Ms. Kim. All right, Ms. Kim, I understand that he wants someone else, but were you close to resolving the battery case that you were representing him for? Who's assigned to this? Is it Ms. Githia?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Let's see. Ms. Kim, what was the case that you actually represented him for? You said you did not represent him for the others?
No, Judge. Let me see if I can pull up the case number.
Position
It's the
18.
battery, simple battery.
Okay, position 18. Is he, is your client present?
He is present, Judge. I saw his name.
And it's, oh, I see him, and he's currently on the screen. I did see him. Is there any chance that we might be able to at least resolve one of his cases today, Ms. Kim? I understand that Mr. Latham does not want you to proceed maybe in the future, but we are all here. Is it possible that you all could discuss any potential orders at this time?
I don't represent him on the other 2.
But this
what
was
is
the
it,
one that you do represent him on. The goal is, here to resolve any age cases. You're here, your client's here. And
Not
so
at this point. He's not, no.
I had to try. We had to try. All right, we will reset his case, all 3 to the Orca 7 status calendar. Mr. Latham, if you intend to hire other counsel, please do it immediately such that we don't have further delay in handling your matters, all right? All right, you all are free to go. We'll see you October the 7th at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Judge. Have a great weekend. Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye. Alex Malone. Alex Malone. Kamaya Martin.
Oh, I have her file.
Okay.
And I haven't talked to her, but another attorney in the office has. And the announcement is that she is requesting a jury trial.
Everyone is requesting a jury trial today. Is there no chance that we might be able to resolve this in a plea later? Or a bench trial, perhaps?
Again, I just know the attorney who was handling it. It was a regular attorney in this courtroom. She gave me the file yesterday and sent me an email and said that there was an offer. The client wanted a jury trial. I don't know if she's on. I'm willing to talk to her and see. I don't.
All right, is she present? All right, we'll come back to that case. The case of Kimberly Mcneil. Ms. Mcneil. Darius Mullen.
Judge, Mr. Mullen did complete an application and he does qualify. We do represent him now.
All right, your announcement, Mr. Korn.
Not yet. I need to speak with Mr. Mullen. We just got appointed. So I'm gonna ask that we place this on the next status calendar.
All right.
And I'll get plea offers. I'll file discovery and entries and all that.
All right, thank you. So we'll reset that one as well to the October 7th worker status.
Thank you. Mr. Mullen, you can be excused.
All right, the case of Travarius Murray. All right, Randall Smallwood.
Here you go.
Okay, Mrs. Smallwood, do you wish to seek the services of the public defender's office today? Oh, it says you'll be emailing him. Thank you. We'll come back to you. Tykeia Smith. Tykeia Smith. Zacharias Tillman. And Dimitri Whitaker. All right, I'm going back to Mr. Anderson. Mr. Anderson, did you wish to see the services of the public defender's office?
No, ma'am. want to hire me or attorney.
All right.
You can hear me,
I'm sorry.
Judge?
I can hear you. I'm just thinking about what you're saying. This is the first time Mr. Anderson is appearing, correct? Correct. Okay. All right, Mr. Anderson, I'm expecting you to appear October the 7th with an attorney. If you don't appear at that time with an attorney, you'll be going forward and representing yourself, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're free to go, Mr. Anderson. Go get the attorney today.
Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me, Your Honor, did you call position 29? That was a null process?
That was a null process. I didn't call it.
Oh, okay, thank you.
All right, is there anyone else on this Zoom conference that I have not called?
Yes, Judge. Zenni Blackwell is here. She was on before, but for some reason she couldn't answer. I assume she was on mute, but she is here. She does wish to enter a plea. However, she does have an appointment she has to get to with her child. So if we could put this on the next Orca status calendar, I believe we'll be entering a plea at that time. I've sent a chat to Ms. Marshall Story for the paperwork.
Plea today?
We can't do it today, Judge. She's got to get going. We don't have any of the paperwork done yet.
I can do it today if it's gonna be before 10 o'clock.
Ms. Blackwell, can you turn your video on, please?
Yes.
We all realize these are formal court dates and we're trying to resolve cases. This is not a nail appointment whereby we're trying to squeeze things in. I'm very disappointed in that. All right. Okay, Ms. Blackwell, do you have a way at your home to sign paperwork?
I do.
Do you have a way to print and send it back to the court?
No, but I can go. It's a place right here that I can go to so I can get it printed and send it back.
When is the next final plea calendar? The 12th?
I mean, we want to just reset it for the 7th and not discuss a fine.
There's no,
You have a status on the 16th unless you want to go on the 16th.
like, can they, is there something they can come like next week and fill out this, just so they can do this? Because I don't want to reset it all the way to October just for a plea that we can almost take today.
For the 2nd.
The 2nd, September 2nd? Is there space? I don't want to.
I have 27 at 9, so if she gonna come take the plea, I mean, that would be.
All right, Mr. Corn, your client must appear on the 2nd of September at 9, just to take the plea. Please, ma'am, do not schedule any other appointments. We cannot guarantee that you'll be out of someplace by 10 a.m. or 1 p.m. or whatever time. You must expect and prepare to come into court and be here as long as it takes. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am. I understood it today.
All right.
Yes. September 2nd.
I'm sorry?
Did you say September 2nd in this courtroom?
Yes.
So
And Mr. Corn, that plea is as I sent it to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
We just need the paperwork.
I'll get that paperwork to you.
Thank you, Ms. Marshall Story. I appreciate that.
I didn't hear my name either, Judge. Sorry.
Who's speaking? Turn on your camera.
Kimaya Martin.
All right, Ms. Martin, I did call your name, and I believe there was an announcement from your attorney. Who represented, she's represented by the Public Defender's Office, correct?
Ms. Martin?
Yes.
I represent her.
Okay.
Wrap off.
She's now still present. Do you still want to speak to her? Is there a way you could give her a call?
Yes, I do want to speak to her.
All right, I think we've called the entire calendar.
I thought somebody by the name of Wanda Gant was representing me.
That is.
She works for the Public Defender's Office. All right. All right. Is there anyone else's name I have not called? I understand that Kimberly Mcneil is now on the line.
You have two that walked in late.
Okay, who are they? If you walked in late, please stand. Sir, what's your name in the green? Mr. Butler, do you wish to seek the services of the public defender's office today? You want to hire an attorney?
Yes, possible. Judge, I apologize. I couldn't hear that gentleman's name.
Yes, I couldn't either, Your Honor.
It's position 8, Mr. Bowman. And he's asking for a reset to hire an attorney. All right, so you'll receive a one-time reset until the October the 7th Orca status calendar. I do not expect you to ask for the services of the public defender's office at that time, and I do not expect you to appear without an attorney. If you do so, you'll be going forward and representing yourself. You understand that?
No.
All right, we'll see you on October the 7th at 9 a.m. You're free to go. All right, ma'am. I'm sorry, I can't understand what you're saying.
Number 15 on the calendar.
Right. Ms. Hill, do you wish to seek the services of the public defender's office today? No, ma'am. Do you wish to handle your case yourself today? Yes. All right, we'll come back to you, all right? All right. I understand that there were some attorneys that wish to speak and pre-try the case with the state. Mr. Weiner, I believe you were one of those. Who was assigned to Mr. Weiner's case? Did you miss Marcia's story?
Yes.
All right. And what position was that? Mr. Weiner, who's your client?
Roger Budd. I just
It's
didn't know what
position number 11.
All right. All right. Would you all like to be placed in a breakout room to discuss this case? Or would
That's fine.
Yes. Okay. So if Mr. Weiner and Ms. Story could be placed in a breakout, that would be a great deal.
Thank you.
And in the meantime, are there any announcements from the public defender's office?
Judge, I've sent out 2 applications. I have not received them back yet. I'm just waiting on number 1, Mr. Aberhart, and what was the other one?
All right, so if you are seeking the assistance of the public defender's office, please go ahead and submit those applications so we can see if you qualify.
Oh, it was Mr. Alice.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Your one, Alice. Oh, wait, I sent you the application, Mr. Alice. Have you sent it? You haven't sent it back yet.
I'm sorry. I'm looking to hire an attorney.
Oh, why did you? Okay. You
I apologize.
requested us to send you an application.
I apologize. I'm sorry.
All right, Mr. Alls, that's not the indication you gave to me earlier. You wish to hire an attorney?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
All right, we'll be with you. Hold one moment. Okay. All right, Mr. Alls, we will reset your case. As I've explained to everyone else, I expect you to appear with an attorney at that time. I do not expect you to seek the services of the public defender's office. And if you do so at that time, if you appear without an attorney, you'll be going forward to represent yourself. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll see you on October the 7th at 9 a.m.
Your Honor, can I ask what my charge is? Is that possible?
Okay, if you're are we gonna handle your case today, Mr. Alls, and hear an offer from the state, or are you gonna leave and go out to hire an attorney?
I'm sorry, I'm hired. Thank you.
All right, we'll see you at 9 a.m. on the 7th.
Okay.
All right. Is there anyone else on the line whose name I have not called? All right. Is there anyone else on here that let's see. Has everyone in the courtroom been able to submit the application to the public defender's office?
I already have.
Everyone has.
You got one and a half.
Okay.
She's already done hers, so we got you, I got you. But the two gentlemen right there.
A and A. Okay.
What's your name? Peter. Been on, a whole 2 years.
Is there anyone here waiting to represent themselves?
The last young lady that came in. What's your name again, dear?
Well, the public defender's office already represents her. So.
Not her. The other
Oh, yeah, she want to represent herself. Who's assigned to position 15? Is it you, Ms. Githia?
That is Ms. Marshall's story, position 15.
So we'll have to wait. We'll come back to that.
Is there a code to who's prosecuting which cases?
Not to my knowledge, Mr. Clark. Ms. Githia, how is the calendar divided today?
1 through 15 is Ms. Marshall's story, and 16 through 30 is mine.
All right.
Order you need.
Good morning, Your Honor. You ready to proceed on the Bud case?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Mr. Weiner has an announcement.
Mr. Weiner, your announcement, please.
Weiner, you're
You're
muted.
Can't hear you.
Still muted.
Mr. Weiner, if you're speaking, no one can hear you.
Trying, I'm trying.
Okay. We at least made it out the breakout room. We were struggling to do that.
It happens.
Anyway, Judge, can we put this on the next status calendar? The state and I are going to continue to talk and hopefully reach a resolution to whatever that date is.
All right, we'll place it on the October 7th status, and it's my hope that we'll be able to resolve it then or before.
Mine too. Thank you, Judge. May we be excused?
Yes, you and your client are free to go. Take care.
Thank you.
Are there any other announcements? Oh, Ms. Marshall's story has returned. So we can do the case that's here in person, the case of Mahogany Hill. Ms. Hill, please stand. Your case is 19CR006931F, in which you're charged with 1 count of battery family violence and 1 count of criminal trespass family violence with the offense date of March 26th of 2018. You wish to represent yourself today, or are you asking for a reset to get an attorney?
No, ma'am, I want to represent myself.
All right, Ms. Marshall Story, is there an offer in this case?
Your Honor, the current offer is battery family violence, 12 months to serve, 24 hours, credit for time served, the balance being probated, and a domestic violence intervention program. There are some extenuating circumstances, again, that I just cannot discuss with the defendant. Is she sure she does not want to try and get representation?
I'm gonna encourage her to do so. Ms. Hill, while you're here, are you sure you don't want to at least see if you qualify for the services of the public defender's office?
No, ma'am.
And you wish an attorney might be able to explain the intricacies of this case and, more adequately represent you than you might be able to do yourself. Ms. Marshall's story said that there are some issues here in your case that are better served by you getting an attorney. Are you interested in hiring one?
No, ma'am.
Are you interested in taking the plea offer that she just explained?
The plea offer is to hiring someone?
No, the plea offer would resolve your case. What she's offering you is you would plead guilty and you'd have to take some classes and be on probation. I don't think additional jail time was requested.
No, additional jail time was not requested.
But this would be a guilty plea on your record. And what we're saying is we're encouraging you to seek assistance with someone who can explain to you more thoroughly what a guilty plea will mean. Guilty pleas have effects that neither me or Ms. Marshall Story can explain to you. Only person that really can explain it to you is an attorney. There are attorneys here that are willing to at least speak with you. That's what I'm going to encourage you to do. I understand that you probably want to resolve this. This is an aging case, but you also want to be fully informed. Do you feel that you're fully informed and want to go forward, or do you want to at least speak with the attorneys that are here to see if you qualify?
I feel like I'm fully informed.
All right, and you want to, and Ms. Marshall Story, will you please give us a plea offer again, make sure I got it right? And how long is the FVIP?
I'm sorry, you said how long is what, Your Honor?
The FVIP program, how long is that? It's 6 months?
Well, the domestic violence intervention program?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm thinking family violence. How long is the one that you're recommending?
I believe, please don't, I don't want to say with certainty, but I think it is around 6 months. But if you do not complete those classes, it was my understanding at least a year ago, you have to start back over. So you must be diligent in keeping the classes.
The state's offered you is basically that you have to pay and take a class that lasts about 6 months or more. And I don't know what that costs, and I don't know how long it is. I have no details about that class. And what I don't want you to do is take an offer today that you're not fully informed about. Do you feel fully informed and you want to go forward with taking a plea?
Yes, I do.
And you're 100% sure that you don't at least want to speak to the attorneys in the room to see if they can help you?
No, ma'am.
And if you don't mind, the court is going to inquire as to why.
I just want to go ahead and handle it and get it out of the way.
All right. Do you understand what a guilty plea might be on your record? It might affect employment or anything like. I mean, I can't tell you what a guilty plea will do, but it does have effects outside of these walls. And you're understanding that, and don't at least want to ask some questions about what pleading guilty might mean for you?
Yes, I talked to him.
Okay, I think that's wise. At least come fill out the application and ask questions, okay? All right, please have a seat. They'll give you an application. We'll come back to Ms. Hill. All right, are there any other announcements from the Public Defender's Office? Have you gotten any applications at all, Mr. Corn?
I have not. Mr. Everhart, have you made any progress on your application? Do you want to give me a call? Are you there?
All right, we'll be holding for announcements from the public defender's office.
With the, I guess the FTAs, would you like to go ahead and do another reset for the
Ms. Marshall Stewart, will you please put your phone number into the chat?
Will be in person. She cannot log on the bill.
Will you please chat? Who should she chat to get the number? Just put it generally in the chat.
I'm sorry, what is it that's needed?
We're asking you to put your phone number in the chat so the attorney here in the courtroom can give you a call.
Okay. May I have that attorney's name?
Private wrap off,
From the public defender's office.
Your Honor, so position one, he missed it, the inbox, indicating they can't fill it out and is there a link?
Okay, Mr. Everhart, if you can't fill out the application by itself, put the answers, type the answers into the body of the chat so that they can still help you, okay?
Is that attorney with the public defender's office, Javier Trejo? I couldn't hear the name.
I'm sorry, it's Mike Raffoff. He's here in the courtroom with me. So,
Oh, so he's not in the chat.
Right.
Okay.
No, I'm right here. Hello, can y'all hear me?
Okay, am I able to send you my telephone number to this number? I just didn't want to put it out to the entire courtroom.
Yes, ma'am. I have, I'm active on the chat, so if you were to send it directly to me, I'd be able to receive it.
Okay, that's what I'm doing right now.
no,
Thank
no,
you.
Ms. Marshall Story, no, not, Mr. Trejo is not who's asking to speak with you. I'm sorry, tell me your name one more time. Mr. Raffoff is here in the courtroom with me, and he's the one who needs your phone number. Why don't you chat it to me, Ms. Marshall Story? That'll just
There
make
you
life
go.
easy.
Okay, thank
And
you.
I'll write it. Can I have a- And then Mr. Raffoff will give you a call, Ms. Marshall Story.
Thank you, Judge. Doing that right now.
Thank you. Are there any announcements? Okay, position one, Mr. Corn, he qualifies.
Yes, Mr. Aberhart does qualify, and I will file entry of appearance, discovery, polite demand requests, and
Hold on, there's something wrong with Zoom. You can't see me.
I cannot.
Oh,
That makes me sad.
are you able to see me now? Great. All right, I'm sorry, your announcement for position one, Mr. Corn?
Mr. One, Mr. Christopher Eberhard does qualify for our services. We will represent him. So I will file entry of appearance and polite discovery requests, and ask the case be set for the next status conference.
All right, we will reset the case to the October. Will that give you enough time?
Yeah, sure.
All right, the October 7th Orca status, Mr. Eberhard, you are free to go. Please keep your address current with both the court and with your attorney, all right?
Okay.
All right, thank you. Now we're on position 26, the case of Randall Smallwood. He qualifies. What is your announcement, Mr. Corn?
That is correct. Mr. Smallwood does qualify. We will be representing him, and it'll be the same announcement. We'll file entries of appearance, demand for discovery, and ask the case be placed on the next Orca status conference.
All right, his case will be so reset to the October the 7th. Mr. Smallwood, you are free to go as well. Please keep your information current with the court, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, have a good morning and rest of your afternoon. Are there other parties on the Zoom conference waiting to speak with the Public Defender's Office? Okay, has anyone spoken with Ms. Martin? I know Ms. Martin is on here and is represented by the Public Defender's Office.
Right, I think Mr.
Oh, Mr. Rankoff represents her.
Raffle was gonna talk to her. I was hoping he got a hold of her. I
He's
don't,
still working very diligently here in the courtroom
I love that.
to take care of those who are here in person. Mr. Corn, I understand that this is not your client, but only thing I want to know is if she still is requesting a jury trial. Do you think you could speak with her?
I'd be happy to, Judge, if I get.
And then maybe relay that information back to Mr. Raffoff. Can Mr. Corn be put in a breakout with Ms. Martin? Ms. Martin, hopefully you're still there.
Yes, I'm still here.
All right, you're gonna be in a breakout room with a member of the Public Defender's Office who is just gonna ask you some questions, all right?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else still on the line that has not spoken? Who is Raynard Jackson? Who's on the line is just a victim? Who is that?
Hi, Judge. I was a victim in one of the cases and he did not show up. So I was just waiting to see what will happen next with that case.
All right, ma'am, what is, I don't want you to say your name, but what was the defendant in the case?
Alex Malone.
Hello?
I'm sorry, is someone else?
It's position 21.
Okay, Mr. Malone's case will be reset as well to the October 7th show cause, if you'd like to show at that time, all right?
You said October 7th. It would be at 9 o'clock at the same time.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Well, who else was speaking? There was someone speaking.
Jackson.
Your name, Mr. Jackson? Is that Mr. Jackson who's speaking? There's no Raynard Jackson on this calendar, Mr. Jackson, if you're waiting. All right. We will await announcements from the Public Defender's Office.
Say again, man.
Mr. Jackson, are you here waiting to be seen today? Because your name does not appear on my calendar. Mr. Jackson?
Yes.
All right, are you here on behalf of someone else, or I'm trying to ascertain why you're on this Zoom conference. Your name is not on this calendar.
Somebody from the victim program. I was the victim. They
Oh, you
told me
are all right, I understand now. Who was the defendant in the case?
it's been so long. He was under a false name. I think his name is Peter. That's what I knew it was. Peter Cicero, something like that.
All right, he is here in the courtroom with me here today. You'll hear an announcement shortly regarding his resolution or what will happen in that case, all right? You're free to continue to watch if you'd like, all right?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Mr. Smallwood, you are free to go. You do not have to stay on this conference any longer. Mr. Smallwood? All right.
Mm.
Ms. Skibia,
Okay, well, let's do it.
please give me the state's position regarding a dead docket of position 16.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
I'm considering a dead docket of position 16. If you have information regarding the defendant's history and factual basis.
Oh, on this one, Your Honor, the defendant provided conflicting and false information concerning the identity of a shooting victim.
All right, that's sufficient. Thank you, Ms. Skibia.
The solicitor here.
All right, Ms. Skibia, I'm sorry to get back to your position 19. They did appear for a moment. What is the state's position regarding that case? The case of Kimberly Mcneil.
Ms. Clemens.
Which position?
I'm sorry, 23 position Kimberly Mcneil. She appeared momentarily on the calendar and then she logged off, unfortunately. Despite that, considering that case for potentially for a dead docket, I'd like the state's position and any of the information you can provide me regarding that case.
Okay, on that one, she kicked in the front door of the victim's residence and she damaged the door frame.
You have her
It was approximately $200.
And you have her history, Ms. Skibia?
She has 11 cycles, Your Honor. I'll need to pull up and see how many convictions she has.
All right, more than likely we won't be dead docketing that case. Thank you.
Okay.
Ms. Skibia, I'm back to you again, position 27. I'd like the state's position regarding a dead docket of that case.
He stole approximately $146 in merchandise from Walmart.
And
he has 3 cycles. All of them are theft by shoplifting. I'm sorry, she, not he, she.
Do you happen by any chance to know what those items were? If you don't,
I don't have it in front of me. I can't pull it up.
All right, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay.
Which position? I'm sorry, John.
27.
27.
Yeah, I'm making an announcement.
Yes.
Number 9, I think we have a plea agreement.
All right.
I think it's a question of whether we get the paperwork. But we do have a plea agreement.
All right, we should be able to get the paperwork. This Ms. Marcia Story's case?
Still Miss Story, yes.
All right. I'm sure.
Yes, I'm working on the plea paperwork now and I'll send it to Ms. Bolton. Do you all have the capacity to print? I know you all were struggling at one point with the printing.
I believe it does work now.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm filling out that paperwork now.
All right, we'll take that plea momentarily. Are there other announcements? Oh, I'm sorry, Ms. Gibby, back to position 27, or was it, did I ask you about another one?
Oh, it was 27. The item stolen was a bed in a bag, some boys' pants, a candy bar, and a BIPF compact that's valued at $40.
Okay. The court will consider that one. Thank you, Ms. Gibby.
You're welcome.
All right, are we ready to take the plea in position 9?
I don't think we have the paperwork yet, but we're ready.
Well, let's take the plea and then Ms. Marshall Story can give us the paperwork as we try to handle other matters.
Okay, Your Honor, yes, I was working on the paperwork. But we can move forward and then I'll forward it to the.
I would like if we can.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna do the case position 9, Monte Bowser, case 19 CR 005651F, in which the defendant is charged with 1 count of battery, substantial physical harm with the offense date of July the 3rd of 2019. Sir, do you understand your constitutional rights today?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you.
Yes, ma'am.
You also understand that you have a right to an attorney and you're represented by the public defender's office.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm gonna ask you to please raise your right hand. I'm gonna place you under oath for the very limited purposes of taking a plea. Do you swear and affirm that the testimony you give today will be the truth to the best of your knowledge and under the penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can put your hand down. Ms. Marshall Story, if you would very briefly give me the factual basis here as well as the state's recommendation.
Yes, Your Honor. Had this case gone to trial, the state would have been prepared to prove that on July 3rd, 2019, that the defendant intentionally caused substantial physical harm to Matthew Andre Morales by striking him. Your Honor, this did occur in the state of Georgia in Fulton County. The plea offer or the sentence recommendation that has been accepted is to the charge of battery, substantial physical harm, 12 months to serve, 24 hours, credit for time served, balance probated, 4 anger management classes. And I believe, well, the state is not going to oppose a NOLO in this case.
All right.
I'm sorry, we were asking for first offender.
Oh,
He
I'm
has
sorry,
no-
first offender.
He has no record and he's trying to get into nursing school, so I think that
All right.
first offender would help him.
All right. Mr. Raffick, was that your understanding of the factual basis, identity, and
Yes.
venue? I'm sorry, that was your understanding of the plea offer? The offer Ms. Marshall Story just gave, that
Yes.
was your understanding? And do you stipulate to factual basis, identity, and venue?
Yes, we do.
All right, I'm gonna ask Mr. Madison some questions to make sure that you're knowledgeably taking this plea. Afterwards, you'll be free to go once you sign your paperwork, okay? Don't leave till you sign your paperwork. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with your attorney's representation?
Yes, ma'am. This comes off my record after a year.
Wait, let's go through these questions and you answer. And any legal questions that you may have, the best person to ask is your attorney, all right? Did anyone force or coerce you into taking this plea today?
No, ma'am.
And did anyone promise you anything in exchange for taking the plea?
No, ma'am.
And you understand that you're not gonna get a right to a later court date where you may have been able to present any defenses you may have had and force the state to prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're prepared to waive all your rights to a court date?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand the requirements that you have to complete 4 anger management classes?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, as to the charge of battery, substantial physical harm, how do you plead, Mr. Bowser?
Guilty.
All right, I accept your guilty plea. At this time, if you have other questions, please ask your attorney, and there'll be paperwork for you to sign that will close out your case, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, is Mr. Korn back? Okay, Mr. Korn, before you give me the announcement regarding Ms. Martin, we had a question. What, did you represent position 5, Mr. Christopher Andrews?
Yes.
And
He wanted a jury trial.
okay, we were just confirming that was the correct announcement.
That is the correct announcement.
All right, your case will be reset further notice for jury trial. All right, and after speaking with Ms. Martin, Mr. Corn, what is your announcement?
She still wishes to proceed to a jury trial, Judge. We
All
talked
right.
extensively.
So we'll reset Ms. Martin as well. I'm disappointed that we can't resolve this case today, but I do appreciate you taking the time to speak with her. Is there any? I'm sorry?
I wish we could resolve it, but I mean, it's.
All right, well, are we close, Mr. Corn, to a resolution of the case such that we might be able to reset it to another Orca?
Which position is this?
22.
Oh, okay.
Ms. Martin.
Ms. Githia?
Would you like to weigh in? Are we close such that it seems like everyone wants to resolve it? I would love to, even.
I mean, it's no evidence.
Oh, no, don't say, please don't talk, Miss Martin. Please
Oh,
don't
I'm
say that.
sorry.
Thank you. Please don't. Anything you say can and will be.
My bad. I'm sorry.
Ms. Githia, what I was asking is if you all might be close to resolution such that even if we had to reset it to a later Orca versus the full jury trial.
If I can go into a breakout room with Mr. Corn very briefly.
All right. All right. Please put them in a breakout.
Your Honor, Mr. Corn and I are back and we're ready for an announcement.
All right. Mr. Corn or Ms. Githia, you can give the announcement or either one of you.
If I can continue maybe talking to Ms. Wanda Gant about this, I believe she was working on it, and maybe we can try to resolve it if it can be reset for one additional calendar.
All right. Do you believe the next Orca status will give you enough time?
I'm hoping it would.
All right, we'll reset Mr. Martin's case to the October 7th Orca status in the hopes that we can resolve it at that time. Thank you both for taking that time, Ms. Martin. We'll see you on the 7th of October. We hope that you'll be able to resolve your case then, all right?
Okay, thank you.
Take care, you're free to go.
All right.
Hmm.
Can we mute whoever that is beeping? Ms. Marcia Stewart, you missed that entire thing. I was muted.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything.
It's been a funny day. All right.
You didn't fill it out. You're unemployed now?
Are the
I already sent it.
fund 19 CR 006 Avenue.
Unemployed right now?
Defendant was charged with one count of simple battery with the offense date of August 8th of 2019. Ms. Marcia Stewart, will you please give us the factual basis very briefly, as well as the state's author?
Yes, Your Honor. I am toggling back and forth. Okay, the state's offer, the sentence recommendation in this matter on a plea to the simple battery is 12 months probation and a $300 fine. The state has no objection to moving to non-reporting.
Once the fine is paid.
The state has no objection to moving to non-reporting after the fine is paid. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank
Michelle,
you.
give me a second. I'll call you right back.
And the factual basis, very briefly.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, had this case gone to trial, the state would have been prepared to prove that on August the 8th of 2019, the defendant did intentionally cause physical harm to Raynard Jackson in that he used a closed fist to punch the victim in the face and wrestle him to the ground, causing bruising to the victim's hands and knees.
All right.
And this occurred in the county of Fulton in the state of Georgia.
All right, Mr. Cintron, please raise your right hand. Do you swear and affirm that the testimony you give today for the limited purposes of taking a plea will be the truth to the best of your knowledge and under the penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And do you understand your constitutional rights today? You can put your hand down. You have a right to an attorney and you have the right to remain silent.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Raffick, was Ms. Marshall Stewart's offer your understanding of the plea at this time?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you stipulate to factual basis, identity, and venue?
Yes, the factual basis you stated was correct.
All right. Mr. Cintron, are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with your attorney's representation?
Yes, ma'am.
Did anyone force or coerce you into taking a plea today?
No, ma'am.
And do you understand that by taking this plea, you're waiving your right to challenge evidence against you in a court of law at
Yes,
a
ma'am.
later date?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're prepared to waive the right to have the state prove these charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand the requirements that you're gonna have to pay a $300 fine and you'll remain on probation until you do so?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. As for the charge of simple battery, how do you plead?
Not guilty. I mean, guilty.
All right. Are you sure? How do you?
Yeah. I'm just mixed up here.
All right, I accept your guilty plea at this time. Please don't leave until you complete your paperwork, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I believe that concludes the case unless there's anything further from the state of the defense at this time. All right, hearing none, the case of Mrs. Cintron is now closed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, best of luck to you, sir. We don't want to see you back here. All right, who do we have? Oh, the young lady, the announcement for the young lady that was here earlier. Do you have an announcement? I think her name was Miss Bird. Okay. Thank you. Hold on, hold on. Ms. Marshall Story, we're discussing position 12, and we're trying to discuss it as sensitively as we can. Other people still listening. The issue that I'm understanding, there might be a competency issue here. What is the state's position regarding competency?
Your Honor, I have a victim advocate that I did ask to speak with the victim in this case. The state only knows what it's been told and read through the file. So at this point, if the court believes there is an issue as to competency, the state is in line with that.
I believe that there might be. I haven't spoke. We'll wait for her to come back. They took a brief recess. If there's a competency issue, that's outside of the Orca. She would have to be reset. Where would she be reset? She would be reset where? If there's a competency, she has to go through a competency. Would she be reset to a mental health court calendar? I don't have the authority to reset her there.
It's his middle name.
So
It's not his first name.
Ms. Marshall, feel free to weigh in.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is a new one for me. I'm accustomed if the defendant is actually in custody.
Right.
This defendant is not in custody. I don't know who would do that evaluation.
Right.
Unless
she needs to leave the Orca calendar essentially, because down here we cannot order that type of, she probably needs to be reset for the notice to a division judge who will have to, with the notes that we have here, who would then have to reassign it further from there. But what I don't want is this case to get lost in the system.
Well, Your Honor, how about this? Since it's my understanding that the victim is also there and present, if they are, again, maybe we should go into a breakout room again.
It won't help because everybody's, I'm still here with everybody else.
Okay.
But no one is, there's only one member of the public still here.
If there's any type of evaluation that the mother may have that she can forward to me, or if she's in a position to go and seek out that assistance and get some type of evaluation. I don't know if there has actually been a formal diagnosis.
I think that there is. I think that there is a formal diagnosis that the victim and mother is back in the courtroom at this time.
Can someone send me that formal diagnosis on the letterhead of whomever made that diagnosis? And I'll go back and have a conversation with Deputy McCutcheon and see how we can try and resolve this in the Orca. Because it will, I'm sure it'll get lost if
it will, and that's my primary concern. And then the same information won't necessarily be given to the division judge as I have here before me today. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to Ma'am, do you have any, don't say what it is, do you have any documentation at this time? Look and see what you might have. Look and see what you might have. Okay. She's gonna take a look and see what she has before her. What we might do then is reset the case. I don't want to set it to another status. We'll end up right back where we are right now. If we set it to a bench trial day, we'll still be where we are right now. The problem is I don't know that I can order anything else. I can't order anything that I would normally, I'm trying not to say it. I can't normally order that in this context. So let me think on this. We're gonna see what we have and then we'll reset the case.
Your Honor, the state is prepared to take on whatever we need to do. I just need to have some authority upon which to state that there is an issue and there has been a diagnosis.
You need to be armed with evidence. All right, we'll do. We'll see what we have. In the meantime, what about the case of Ms. Hill, I believe?
Yeah, no, 15, Ms. Kelsey here. We have a tentative plea agreement. Problem is, the state says it needs some kind of authority to dismiss the family violence battery and take a plea to the criminal trespass.
So if we reset that case at one time, do you think that those discussions could continue?
She's already called the supervisor, but not got the response. So.
All right, so we'll reset the case one time. It sounds like we're close.
Yes.
We'll leave it on the status/final plea calendar. Ms. Hill, your case is being reset in the hopes it'll be resolved at your next court date. It sounds like your attorney is close to a resolution for you. All right, so we just need you to come back on October the 7th and hopefully your case will be resolved then, but you're free to go today, all right? All right, there was nothing Ms. Hill needs to sign, right? I don't think so. No, I have all her info. Okay, good. All right, Ms. Hill, take care. See you on the 7th. Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna have to need the paperwork that they don't, they have his middle name, not his first name. Not unless you.
All right, in your case, let's see, Miss Chastity Bird, Miss Marcia Story, you're gonna receive some information. We are
Okay.
gonna reset this case to the next status calendar in October. And hopefully at that time, based upon this information, the state will be prepared to take different actions or recommend action at that time, other than what we can do today.
Okay, and what's that date, Your Honor?
October the 7th at 9 a.m. We'll reset this case.
Okay,
All right,
thank you.
Ms. Bird, you're now free to go. We cannot resolve the case yet today, but it's our hope that we'll be able to resolve it on the 7th, all right?
Thank you.
All right, please keep your information current with the court and with the public defender's office. And I believe now we're just waiting for paperwork and we'll review the calendar. I believe we're just waiting on paperwork.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm doing that paperwork now, Your Honor,
All right, thank
and
you.
making that revision on Mr. Bowser.
All right, thank you.
If you want to go ahead with the calendar, I can just get the information from Ms. Githia.
All right, we can review the calendar. If you wouldn't mind reviewing it for me. Can you hear me? I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay. Position 1, reset 10-7. Position 2, jury trial request. Position 3, reset 10-7. Position 4, reset 10-7.
Position 5, jury trial. Position 6, reset 10-7. Position 7, plea. I'm sorry, reset 9-2 for plea. Position 8, reset 10-7. Position 9 is a plea. Position 10, reset 10-7. Position 11, reset 10-7. Position 12, reset 10-7. Position 13, plea. Position 14, jury trial request. Position 15, reset 10-7. Position 16, reset 10-7. Position 17, reset 10-7. Position 18, reset 10-7. Position 19, reset 10-7. Position 20, reset 10-7. Position 21, reset 10-7. Position 22, reset 10-7. Position 23, reset 10-7. Position 24, reset 10-7. Position 25, reset 10-7. Position 26, reset 10-7. Position 27, reset 10-7. Position 28, reset 10-7. Position 9 was a no cross. In position 30, reset 10-7. Any comments, changes, corrections, or questions? Does not appear to be any. All right, we'll be in recess until 1:30, at which time the Orca bench trial calendars will be conducted. Please sign all paperwork and please remain here until you receive it and sign, all right? Everyone else is free to go. Take care.